50 faceless YouTube channel ideas. That's what the top-ranking article promises you. 50 ideas, and not a single one tells you which actually make money. Here's what those articles leave out. One niche pays $3 per 1,000 views, another pays 15. Same effort, same 100,000 views, but one puts $300 in your pocket, the other puts $1,500. That 5 times difference, nobody talks about it until now. I've spent the last several months researching faceless YouTube channels. Not the success stories the gurus cherry pick. The actual data on what works, what fails, and why. And here's the uncomfortable truth. 73% of faceless channels quit within 90 days. Not because they picked the wrong editing software, not because their thumbnails weren't good enough, because they picked niches with terrible economics and expected results that were never realistic. Today, I'm giving you the framework those listicles won't. We're going to cover which niches actually pay well and why, which ideas are genuinely beginner-friendly versus which require skills or capital you might not have, and the realistic timeline to actually making money, because it's not 30 days and anyone telling you otherwise is selling something. By the end of this video, you'll have a decision-making framework you can apply to any faceless channel idea, not just another list to scroll through and forget. Let's start with the metric that determines everything. RPM stands for revenue per mil. That's revenue per 1,000 views. It's the single most important number for your faceless channel's income potential, and almost nobody explains it properly. Here's how it works. YouTube takes roughly 45% of ad revenue. What's left goes to you, divided by your view count. Different niches attract different advertisers willing to pay different amounts. A finance channel talking about investing attracts ads from brokerages, banks, and financial apps, companies with huge customer lifetime values who pay premium rates for your audience's attention. A Reddit Stories channel, you're getting ads for mobile games and random consumer products, much lower rates. Let me show you the actual tiers. Tier 3 niches pay $2 to $5 per 1,000 views. This includes Reddit stories, gaming compilations, meme channels, and most entertainment content. These are the niches every Start a Faceless Channel video recommends first. And I get why. They're easy to produce, the content is everywhere, and you can pump out videos fast. Here's the math problem nobody mentions. At $3 RPM, you need over 330,000 views per month just to make $1,000. That's not impossible, but it requires massive volume, and these niches are absolutely saturated. Reddit story channels are competing against thousands of others using the exact same content sources. I'm not saying avoid Tier 3 completely, but go in with realistic expectations. You're playing a volume game with tight margins. Tier 2 niches pay $5 to $12 per 1,000 views. This is where things start getting more interesting. True crime and mystery channels land here. Typically $8 to $12 RPM. History documentaries, 6 to 10. Horror storytelling, 5 to 8. Meditation and sleep content can actually hit $10 to $11. These niches have better economics, but they come with trade-offs. True crime requires serious research. You can't just pull stories from Reddit. You need to verify facts, handle sensitive topics responsibly, and produce content that doesn't get you demonetized for being too graphic. History documentaries need accurate information and often require licensed footage or custom animations. The barrier to entry is higher. Sleep and meditation content sounds easy until you realize the successful channels are posting 8-hour videos. That's a different production model entirely. The middle ground works, but it demands more from you than Tier 3. Now let's talk about Tier 1. These niches pay $10 to $20, sometimes more, per 1,000 views. AI tools and tutorials, business education, personal finance, software reviews, productivity and automation. At $15 RPM, 100,000 views pays $1,500. Same views that would pay $300 in a Reddit stories channel. But here's what the gurus don't mention when they recommend these niches. You need actual expertise or willingness to develop it. You can't fake your way through an AI tools tutorial. Viewers will know instantly if you don't understand what you're talking about. The competition is also more sophisticated. You're not competing against people throwing together Reddit compilations. You're competing against creators who actually know their subject matter. That said, if you have knowledge in any of these areas or you're willing to learn deeply, Tier 1 is where I'd point anyone starting today. The RPM advantage compounds over time. Every video you make earns more per view, your back catalog generates more passive income, and you attract sponsorship opportunities that Tier 3 channels never see. Here's something the listicle articles completely ignore. Ad revenue is just one income stream. Tier 1 niches have massive affiliate potential. A video about AI tools can link to products that pay 10 to 50% commissions. A video about investing can promote brokerages with $100 plus referral bonuses. Tier 3 niches? Your affiliate options are basically Amazon links to random products, maybe a VPN sponsor if you're lucky. This compounds the RPM gap even further. A Tier 1 creator making $15 RPM from ads might also make another $5 to $10 equivalent per 1,000 views from affiliate revenue. A Tier 3 creator is lucky to add 50 cents. The total income difference between niches isn't 5 times. It can be 10 times or more when you factor in all revenue streams. Let me be honest about something. Niche selection matters enormously, but it's not the only factor. I've seen Tier 1 channels fail because the creator quit after 2 months. I've seen Tier 3 channels succeed because someone posted consistently for 18 months and built a genuine audience. 73% of channels quit within 90 days. Only 8% reach monetization. That's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within their first year. The single biggest predictor of success isn't which niche you pick. It's whether you're still posting videos 12 months from now. That's why I actually recommend against starting in Tier 1 if you have zero experience. The production demands are higher, the learning curve is steeper, and you're more likely to burn out before you find your rhythm. If I were starting a Faceless channel today with no existing audience and no specific expertise, here's what I'd do. Option 1. Start in Tier 2 to learn production skills, then migrate to Tier 1 once you've proven you can stay consistent. True crime or history documentaries teach you research, scripting, and storytelling, skills that transfer directly to higher RPM content later. Option 2. If you already have knowledge in a Tier 1 area, AI, business, finance, software, start there immediately. Your expertise is your competitive advantage. Don't waste it on Reddit compilations. Option 3. If you genuinely just want to test whether faceless content is for you, start with the lowest friction Tier 3 niche you can find. Post 30 videos. See if you enjoy the process. Then make strategic decisions about pivoting. What I would not do is pick a niche purely based on a listicle's promise of easy passive income. Nothing about this is passive, and easy is relative to your skills and commitment. Let me give you actual timeline expectations so you can plan accordingly. Months 1 through 3, you're learning. Your videos probably won't be great. You might get a few hundred views each if you're lucky. This is normal. Don't quit. Months 4 through 6, you're getting better. You might hit monetization requirements if you're consistent and your content is improving. Most people quit before reaching this point. Months 7 through 12. If you're still posting, you're in the top 27% who didn't quit. Your back catalog is starting to generate compound views. You might be making a few $100s per month. Year 2. This is where real income becomes possible. $5,000 per month is achievable in Tier 1 niches with consistent posting and growing authority. Anyone promising faster results is either lying or showing you survivorship bias. The 1 in 1,000 success story, not the median outcome. So let's bring this together. Faceless YouTube works, but it works very differently depending on which niche you choose. Tier 1 niches pay 5 to 10 times more per view than Tier 3. The niche you pick determines your income ceiling before you upload a single video. The real question isn't, what are 50 faceless channel ideas? It's, which idea matches my skills, my timeline, and my income goals? If you want high income potential and you have expertise to share, Tier 1, AI, business, finance, software. If you want to learn production skills before committing to a direction, Tier 2, true crime, history, documentaries. If you just want to test the waters with minimum friction, Tier 3, but go in knowing the economics are against you. I put together a free niche comparison sheet that breaks down RPM ranges, competition levels, and skill requirements for the top 15 faceless niches. It's the decision-making tool I wish existed when I started. Link is in the description. If you want more honest breakdowns like this, real numbers, realistic timelines, none of the guru hype, hit subscribe. I'm posting weekly on exactly this stuff. And if you're wondering which tools actually make sense for faceless production without overspending, I broke that down in another video. I'll link it at the end. Thanks for watching. Now go pick a niche that actually makes mathematical sense.